Hi friends, welcome to Non-Functional Club. As a part of broken authentication, which is second vulnerability in OWASP top 10, there are a few JWT assignments. I've received feedback around the same, so we'll be starting a series for solving all the JWT assignments which are present in WebGoat. Today we'll see basics about JWT token and even solve a simple assignments which is related to the same. So let's begin. So we have already seen how to install WebGoat using Docker. On the similar way, I have just configured it using Docker. I have launched it on the port 3333 and currently we are into, I have navigated to broken authentication. We have already seen about SQL injection. Please go through the previous videos to get an idea about SQL injection. So currently we are onto the JWT tokens page. As we all know, WebGoat will first give us the learning about the whole concept. There would be some introduction, then there would be some links through which we can actually go and deep dive into the same concept which has been talked upon. So let's start with the JWT. So JWT stands for JSON Web Tokens. Ideally, what is a token? So whenever a user logs in into a client server application, so the client to be authenticated with the server and to keep his session maintained, there would be a token present. So ideally many applications uses the JSON Web Token, that is JWT, to allow the client to indicate its identity for further exchange after authentication. So to have a well established connection between client and server with respect to the APIs, there is a authentication done using token, that is JWT. You can clearly navigate through this particular link and have a proper introduction. This is a very good site to have an info. I'll paste this link in the description section as well. Also, if you have already installed WebGoat, it will be very much fruitful to go through it. Let's just see the structure of JWT token. So here we can see a base 64 encoded token which consists of three parts, that is header, claims and signature. So header will basically consist of the algorithm through which this particular token has been encoded. Claims will have the body of the token, that is the information which is actually present with respect to the user login, that is his email ID, the IDs or the password, the entities which are actually associated in terms of role and all those. And the third part will talk about the signature. So the signature through which this particular JWT token is actually encoded. So this is basics about the structure of JWT token, about how does it look like. We are going to fetch this same token as a part of our assignments as well, and we are going to decode them going ahead. So let's look into the assignment which we have as a part of JWT token. The first one is very much simple. We just have to decode the JWT token. So we've just seen the whole initiative or the part of how JWT token looks like. And the ask of this particular assignment is to decode the token, and we have to find the user which is inside the token. So we have to find the username ideally. So you can do this using two maybe the sites. So one is WebWolf. So WebWolf has a JWT page or a section in which we can decode the JWT token. So if I just copy this encoded token, just paste it here, we can see it is already giving us a segregated way in terms of header, payload, and the signature. So currently the signature is invalid. We can ignore this as this is just an assignment and a normal token. So header is talking about the algorithm. It is HS256. And if you see in the payload, we have a detailed maybe decoding of the token in terms of authorities, client ID, EXP, JTI, scope, and username. So here we are concerned about the username. So we'll just copy this, that is username is user, and we can paste it here. So if I paste it and submit, we'll be able to complete the assignment. Similarly, if you're not able to open or access WebWolf, in some cases that may happen. So you can basically use a particular public site, that is jwt.io. This does the same thing, that is it decodes the JWT token. If I paste the token which I've just copied now, you'll get the same information which we just got into WebWolf. So if you're not able to launch WebWolf or have facing any problem in terms of decoding the token, you can use this particular site. Also, this decoding can be performed in Bubsuit that we'll be seeing in the next assignments as we get thorough with the JWT token. So this is the way in which we can perform or complete your first assignment. We'll be seeing similarly for all the assignments which are present as a part of JWT tokens. So few are complex. So that also we are going to see step by step how we are going to actually decode it and find the solution accordingly. Stay tuned for it. So that's all about the JWT introduction and the first simple assignment which we performed. Stay tuned for next assignments of JWT. Don't forget to subscribe Non-Functional Club channel. Hope this session was useful. Thank you.